or die. Welcome to the Shaggyshane Kansas City Chiefs show, where we talk current Kansas City Chiefs news. We take a look back on the 2021 season, where we succeeded, where we shined, where we delivered, and what moves we can make moving forward. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Kansas City Chiefs freaks worldwide of all ages, it's been an amazing season, but it ended up a loss in the AFC Championship game. But let's look at some positives right now, folks. Your Kansas City Chiefs played in 4 straight AFC Championship games at home. 4. That is something to be proud of. Patrick Mahomes continues to break records, shines, and on the biggest stage, he has succeeded. Now, people may be saying, hold on, Shaggy. 3 weeks ago, you were on here and you were questioning Patrick Mahomes' dedication to the game of football. Yes, I got on here immediately after the game, just like I have been doing since every single game of 2016, the last half of 2015, and every single game of 2016. I get on here immediately after the game and give you my organic, authentic, honest reaction to the Chiefs game. The Shaggyshane show will always be honest. You'll never hear me say, I needed to step away from the game for about 3 days and evaluate it. No, that's not what the Shaggyshane show is about. Shaggyshane Kansas City Chiefs show was a post-game review immediately following the game with the honest feeling. Okay? Now, some people may say, hold on, Shaggy. You were saying things like the game was fixed. I did not say the game was fixed. As soon as the game ended, I started getting bombarded before I even did my post-game show like, I think Patrick threw the game. I think Vegas or the mob or somebody had something to do with that game because that seemed kind of funny. And my rebuttal response to that is, if the Mafia or Vegas or someone told Patrick Mahomes to throw that game, it would leak. You can't keep that secret. There's too many people on the practice squad. There's too many coaches who know somebody. There's too many people in the National Football League would say, yeah, something happened at halftime where Patrick was paid off by the mob or Vegas or the Russian mob. And I'm like, the Russian mob? All right. Hypothetically, let's talk about how did we go from Patrick Mahomes playing like crap to the Russian mob being involved? All right, I guess work with me here, folks. Work with me. All right, I guess it'd be something like this at halftime. Oh, man. We need to regroup, guys. We need to regroup. We're still kicking ass. I know we came up there a little short. We came up there a little short at halftime, boys. But we got to shake this off. Oh, hell. My cell phone's ringing. Hello?
Yes, Patrick. This is Ivan with the Russian mob.
Ivan? How in the hell you get my number?
I'm with the mob. I have my vase.
Oh, hell. Well, what the hell do you want? I already got Eric Bienemy chewing my ass out about falling short right there at the goal line before halftime. I'm kind of busy, Ivan.
Patrick, I need you to throw game. I need you to throw game. This is the Russian mob and we mean business. You must throw this game in the second half.
Throw the game? How in the hell am I supposed to throw the game? I'm kicking ass. I would have had 4 touchdown drives if Tyreek Hill would have ran the right route. I would have had 4 touchdown passes at the end of the half. Now you want me to throw the game? How?
play like dog shit. I don't care. Stumble all over yourself. Start throwing the Bengals defensive end, and when they try to sack you, take 18-yard losses and fumble. I don't give a shit. But this is the Russian mob. You must throw the game, or else.
Or else what?
Or else.
Oh, crap. Russian mob has to be involved with the National Football League. This is freaking great. And I thought Eric Bienemy was bad. Oh, crap.
You see, folks? You see how far we came with the conspiracies? The conspiracies of all conspiracies because Patrick Mahomes played like crap in the second half. That's how far we came. That's what we see from the freaking masses on worldwide on social media, that Patrick threw the game. And here's what I want to say. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes didn't throw the game. But something happened to screw him up mentally at halftime. We do know that Eric Bienemy yelled at Patrick Mahomes at halftime. We do know that for a fact. That doesn't take any source. There's not a source behind a source, and I'm going to get to all these sources to be or who they are and what's all about with that. Something happened to Patrick to break his will at halftime, and he wasn't the same. And I honestly think moving forward, and I'm going to get to the Eric Bienemy situation as well as the Chiefs Kingdom editorial post, what we need to do moving forward is we need to have, I know people might want to say, now let's just forget about it. Let's forget about it. But we can't forget about it. We need to examine specifically what happened to Patrick Mahomes, his last 5 plays of the 2021 season in the AFC Championship game. Follow me. 2nd and goal at the 4. The Bengals just used their last timeout. The Chiefs are down 3. There's 1 minute and 24 seconds left on the clock. As I said, the Bengals are out of timeouts. Patrick Mahomes could have turned, handed off to McKinnon, killed more clock. We all know this, that, and the other, what could happen, but it didn't happen. Patrick Mahomes looked at baby cheetah McCole Hardman, but didn't throw it. And then he got all happy feet and was nervous and took a 5-yard sack. 3rd and goal at the 9. Patrick Mahomes takes an 18-yard loss, fumbles. Shocking. Tooney jumps on it. Harrison Butker saves the game and kicks a 44-yard field goal to send it to overtime. But Chiefs get the ball. 3 plays in overtime. We know what he did. It's out there. Kurt Warner has all 22 footage. Look for Kurt Warner review of the AFC Championship game. He will sit there and just talk in length about he doesn't know why Patrick Mahomes played that bad. I think moving forward, what Patrick Mahomes needs to do, hear me out. Patrick Mahomes needs to do, he needs to sit down with, I don't care, BJ Kissel, Nate Taylor, and look at the all 22 footage and discuss in length why those 5 plays went wrong. Now people may be saying, hold on, Shaggy. Patrick Mahomes doesn't know anybody an explanation for anything. When Patrick Mahomes talks, we listen. And if he says something like that, it's going to bring up a bunch of negative energy and bad memories. No, here's where I disagree with that response to me. If Patrick Mahomes sits and talks and looks at the all 22, because listen, we all celebrate Wasp. Remember Wasp, man? Patrick Mahomes called Wasp, and he threw it, and Tyreek caught it, changed the momentum. We all celebrated in the AFC Championship game against the Titans before halftime, where Patrick Mahomes loops left, runs around, and scores a magnificent touchdown. We all celebrated. He did the flex. It was an amazing Patrick Mahomes moment. But right now, folks, there's so much unhappiness, discourse, conspiracy theories, talk. What happened to Patrick Mahomes? What happened? Was it Bienemy? Was it this? Was it that? I think if Patrick Mahomes himself talks and breaks down the all 22 footage of him talking, what he saw, what he didn't see, why he didn't see Kelsey open, why he didn't see Pringle open, why he took an 18-yard sack. If Patrick Mahomes talks in length while showing the all 22 footage, not just say, yeah, I made a mistake, I'm sorry, we can do better, I can do better next year. No, not a half-assed, quick little talk like that. Talk in length. Say, I didn't see Kelsey. Just tell Chiefs Kingdom, tell the world why you fell apart in the last 5 snaps of the 2021 season. That's all you got to do. Will it happen? Probably not, because people want to sweep it under the carpet. But I think if Patrick Mahomes did that, did explain his last 5 snaps of the 2021 season in the AFC Championship game, it would help people breathe easier. Be like, oh, okay. Oh, okay, I know why Patrick didn't hit Kelsey and Pringle when they were open. Okay, I know why he took that 18-yard sack. Okay, I know now why he nearly threw a pick 6 when he was trying to throw it to Demarcus Robinson and why he threw him over his head the play before. It would help everybody breathe easier because right now, while we believe in Patrick Mahomes, there are a certain amount of people that think, I like Patrick Mahomes, but I just don't know if I'm going to trust him again because of the last 5 snaps of the 2021 season. I think it would do Patrick Mahomes it would do him a honest positive moving forward if he talked about his negatives on an all-22 with B.J. Kissel or Nate Taylor or Lance Twidwell or Noah Groniger and Clint Schweitzer of Starcade. Somebody just say, hey, here's where I made the mistake. Here's what I was thinking, because in today's age, we welcome celebrating the good. But if Patrick Mahomes the second can break down where he made the mistakes, everybody would breathe easier. Because look about this, folks. Think about it. If Eric Bienemy comes back as the Kansas City Chiefs offensive coordinator, there's going to be more of that question. There's going to be like, well, wait a minute. How can Eric Bienemy come back as offensive coordinator? How are we going to welcome him back? Because if we welcome him back, what about the confusion? What about Patrick Mahomes playing so bad in the second half? Everything would be unexplained. But you know what could probably happen to where the Chiefs would not have to explain Patrick Mahomes' last 5 snaps of the 2021 season in the AFC Championship game is if they dismiss Eric Bienemy. If the Chiefs dismiss Eric Bienemy and get a new offensive coordinator, then they probably won't need to give an explanation. But I still think, regardless of Eric Bieniemy's here or a new offensive coordinator here, if Patrick Mahomes addresses with the world on those specific plays why he fell short, it would dismiss the conspiracy theories, crazy conspiracy theories. We're thinking the mob controlled the game, Vegas controlled the game, Roger Goodell controlled the game, everybody else controlled the game. My only point is, if you're going to tell Patrick Mahomes to throw the game, why do you have him get up 21-3? It sucks, but I think Patrick Mahomes could address it. We had that stand-up comedian who emceed the NFL award show, called out Travis Kelce, said, it was a joke. You all saw it, where he said Patrick Mahomes forgot how to play the game in the second half. It wasn't a good joke, but the fact that he said it and Travis Kelce had to take it, it's out there. Address it, Patrick. I know you don't want to, but just step up, be the man and say, here's what happened to me in the last 5 plays of the game. Here's what I saw. Get the all-22, get out there and break it down. Break it down for us, Patrick. Tell the world what happened to you the last 5 snaps of the season. We need it. Chiefs Kingdom needs it. We need to know what happened your last 5 snaps of the season. Now for the Chiefs Kingdom editorial, well, let me go to the Keith Ornberger post, who blue check mark on Twitter had that dumbass tweet saying that Patrick Mahomes sat down with his fiance and brother and told him not to come to any games. That's bullcrap. That was stupid. He said he had a source. Stupid. Now the Chiefs King, and he took the tweet off. How convenient. Seems to be the thing to do now. Post something, tweet something. I better take it off. Now, the Chiefs Kingdom editorial board post, I want to say this. It's important to say this. I'm not going to use his real name because he asked not to be named, but if you really want to know his name, it's not hard to look it up. The man behind the Chiefs Kingdom editorial post is the guy behind the Save Our Chiefs movement. Yes, that same guy. It's not Clay Windler. It's not Lance Twidwell. Let me just get that out of the way. The guy behind the movement is the same guy behind the Save Our Chiefs. And if you want to know who he is, look hard into the Save Our Chiefs movement and you'll know, that's the guy behind the Chiefs Kingdom editorial page. Now, he was a part of that movement, a great movement that put Clark Hunt to put Andy Reid here, and here we are. Pretty damn good movement. He's the same guy that started revealing the stories in 2019 when Brooke Pryor, the Kansas City Star, and KCTV5 News wanted to bury Tyreek Hill in this time in February of 2019. Brooke Pryor, KCTV5 was all in. You need to cut Tyreek Hill. You need to kick him off the team. He broke his son's arm, blah, blah, blah. Let's call Chiefs Gaming Editorial Board. He started getting a lot of information to turn the tide into Tyreek Hill's favor because he got the truth. He got the truth. And he got information and he put it out there to the masses that changed the tide for Tyreek Hill. And you all saw him. You saw him on the Patrick Mahomes fan page. You saw him on my Facebook. You saw how that tide turned. And if you want to see about it in even more in depth, in a fun role, look at Red Tribe Cinema, Cheetah the Running Man. Clay Windler and I told that story in a movie for the information that we got that changed the source for Tyreek Hill. Now, about that specific post about Eric Bienemy and Patrick Mahomes having a rift, it was heavy. It was too damn much. It was too damn much. It was too much to put on one's plate. And the fact that he didn't give his name on such an epically long article, in my opinion, hurt. Because it questions whether you do have the validity or the sources to know if any of this is true. Because it sounds kind of crazy. Because people believe Andy Reid's going to have the final say regardless of this, that, and the other. But there are points in there that other sports casters or whatever on Twitter said, well, I could see that being true, but this is not true. And 75% of this is true, and 25% is not true, and 1% of this might be true. Long story short, if you're going to put that kind of information out there, you got to put your name on it, and you can't take it down because it was too much. The only thing I will say, and I think the world knows, that there was a blow up between Eric Bienemy and Patrick Mahomes at halftime. And you didn't really need 1,000 sources to know that. Did Eric Bienemy and Patrick Mahomes have a rift? I don't know. I know a lot of people said they have, but to say specifically that they had a rift, you really don't need to look that hard to know that there was a problem because of Patrick. I mean, it showed in Patrick Mahomes' play in the second half of the game. You know, I've always liked Eric Bienemy as a coach, but I think that there is an issue. I wish him the best. I think it's unfair because I think the whole team has Eric Bienemy's back, whether there is a rift between Patrick Mahomes and Eric Bienemy. I think even Patrick Mahomes even wants the best for Eric Bienemy. Maybe he didn't like some of the words being said to each other, if there were some in great length. But it's something that we're going to have to watch and see how it goes moving forward. Last year, the day after the Chiefs lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the Super Bowl, Andy Reid himself, he said Eric Bienemy should have his new contract by the end of this week. We didn't hear anything about it. We didn't hear anything about it all the way until late April when Andy Reid finally came out before the draft and started talking. So now Adam Schefter from ESPN came out and said last week that Andy Reid's going to have a sit down with Eric Bienemy at the end of last week and say what Andy Reid wants to do with Eric Bienemy. You know, we still haven't heard anything. You know, I don't think we will. I guess we could. I guess if we turn on the news in the next 5 minutes or sometime next week or next month or before the draft, we hear, this is the Kansas City Chiefs' new offensive coordinator. It is Matt Nagy. It is Alex Smith. It is Tyler Palco. No. If there's another name mentioned, that guy's a new offensive coordinator. But if it comes out this next week, tomorrow, next month before the draft that Eric Bienemy is the new offensive assistant or offensive coordinator for the Steelers, the Vikings, or anybody else, then we'll be like, I guess he's not here. I don't think the Chiefs will not announce that Eric Bienemy's not here. We will find out from time. We will find out if Eric Bienemy's going to be here or not. But if Eric Bienemy does return, that even puts more emphasis on Patrick Mahomes coming out and explaining to the world in an all-22 footage, breaking down his last 5 snaps of the 2021 season. It's not hating on Patrick. I love Patrick. I've had this mug made for me for my daughters before Patrick Mahomes' first NFL snap. Are you freaking kidding me? I've been driving the Patrick Mahomes bus before he was drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs. Those of you who have been following me since 2016 know that. But, Patrick, doing all 22 of those last 5 plays of the 2021 season and let the world know what you were thinking. Specifically, break it down. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid, baby. All right. There's a lot of list of free agents to be. I think Tyrann Mathieu, that situation's still in limbo. We'll have to wait and see what happens. I myself, folks, I'm going to take a couple months off. But what I want you to do, everybody, listen to me closely. If you want to get your Chiefs information, stick with Lance Twidwell of The Spoken. He always runs a great weekly show throughout the season. He's had numerous former Chiefs players on there. Check out Starcade Media with Noah Groniger and Clint Schweitzer. They were at Radio Row. They got some great information. They had me on as a guest with Danelle Bennett and Kimball Anders and Brian B. Sharman Books from Hot 103 Jams talking 2 weeks ago. Check out Starcade Media and check out a new YouTube page by a gentleman by the name, he goes by Cole. It's called How About Those Chiefs? He's only had his YouTube page for a couple of months, but he's putting out great content. How About Those Chiefs? Look at that up on YouTube. He's came out of the gates running. He's got a good page, good editor. Check out How About Those Chiefs? And of course, check out The Big Mahomes Show. Lance Twidwell, Darren Smith from W810 WHB and myself are on there with Pat Mahomes on this week's show. It just dropped this morning. Check out that. We're talking NFL and the Chiefs. Those are all great pages. Pat Mahomes is a friend. I thank God you always thank God for your friends. But I'm always thankful to have him as a friend and all of you followers and all of you that take the time to watch my show. It has been a blast. It's been a heck of these last 6 years have been amazing. I will be back. Draft weekend. Yes. Hit me up at the end of April. I will be back here breaking it down. In length, baby. In length. This has been an amazing season. My 2021 game ball goes to Melvin Ingram. The Chiefs got Melvin Ingram November 2nd. He turned the entire season around. Melvin Ingram is the reason why your Kansas City Chiefs were in the AFC Championship game. He lit the spark that turned the season around. Before Melvin Ingram, your Chiefs were 3-4, were in last place, were in disarray, had Tyrann Mathieu tweeting at Chiefs fans on Instagram, Twitter, MySpace, everywhere. Melvin Ingram, the Chiefs champion of the 2021 season. I hope you get the game ball. I hope we bring you back. We need Melvin Ingram. We need a spark. We need his leadership. We need his funky like a monkey attitude, baby. Melvin Ingram's the man, and he delivers. He saved the season, the final game of the year at Denver, when he made sure that we were a second seed by making that play. Airwood Stadium is 4 miles from my house, which you know is a short drive to the countryside. Where you going? You can't run and hide. So many questions. Questions like, man, are we going to go to the Super Bowl next year? And I'll say this. Hell yes. Vegas has us favored. Well, I guess unless the Russian mob gets involved. I love you guys. Check out those pages. Big Mahomes Show. How about those Chiefs? Starcade Media and Lance Twidwell of The Spoken. They will deliver and keep you updated all the way through free agency and the draft. I will see you on NFL Draft Weekend. Come back. Come back and we do it again. Until next time, this is Shaggyshane saying, hold on and go Chiefs. I love you. Thank God for all of you. God bless you. And may God keep you. I love you. Go Chiefs.